nothing to do with anything. But at my new theater, I've never seen a group of people in years more obsessed with your mom. Not just your mom.
Oh, the joke?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean your employees?
Your mom. Yeah. Well, my fellow management team.
Yeah. Your mom. I thought you meant like.
It's like,
I was
hey.
thinking your name.
No.
And so I'm like, is it a movie about your mom?
No.
Are you making a pun?
Nope. I wish. It's literally just, do you know who sent out the recap? Like, oh, your mom. Though I did get...
Okay. The funny part is I do the same thing every day. I'm
though I doubt you've had somebody counter as well. It's like, does anybody know like when what the crew coming in tonight is? And they're like, oh, your mom. And so literally one of my supervisors called his mother. Like, hey mom, I heard that you know about it. She's like, you just need to stop bothering me with these sorts of things. She's like, I'm at the store shopping. Oh, do you want some of this?
That's so dumb.
I'm just like, this is beautiful. I love these people. That was like my 4th day working. And I was like, I think I'm going to like this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well. How you doing, Kyle?
I'm okay, Chase. How are you?
I'm okay.
What you been up to this week?
I've done things.
Okay, what are those things?
I watched a movie. I think I watched more than one movie, but oh no, okay. So I'll tell you the story.
Dr. Sleep, how was it?
I'll tell you the story of what I was trying to do and what I ended up doing that day.
Oh, that story.
This day I didn't work, but Cheyenne did, and I had to wait for her basically all day to get off work.
Life is so
because
difficult
I had
for
nothing
you.
to do. I probably could have found stuff that was productive, but
What day was this?
this was Thursday,
Oh, there you go.
so I was thinking.
I
Hey.
was free all morning, but he never thought to... No.
So actually, I think I thought of it the night before. I was like, oh, I wonder what I'm going to do tomorrow. When I woke up, I was kind of in the mood to catch up on some movies that I hadn't seen.
Nice.
Because there's actually a good amount of movies that are out that are like smaller things that Cheyenne probably wouldn't want to watch or wouldn't have the time to watch together. So I was saving like the bigger things to watch with her. But there was like a few I wanted to knock out. And I used to do this all the time. Like back when I was, I don't know, probably like two or 3 years ago, when I was like a regular crew member, I don't think I was at school this time either. I just like, I had a lot of free time. Or I think it was like, no, it was when I was on break from school in San Francisco, I would come back on my break and wouldn't really have stuff to do. So usually at night, I would just go and like watch movies like every other day or so by myself. And I had no problem watching movies by myself.
Neither do I.
Yeah, it's just, it's kind of more relaxing that way too.
Most movies I watch, I am alone.
Yeah. So that day, I was like, oh, I'll catch up on some movies that I want to see. I look up online showtimes at various theaters that I have access to free tickets to.
Yep.
And so I was like, oh, here we go. I'll go to this one theater for a $205. Okay, so actually the list of movies that I wanted to see were Motherless Brooklyn, the one with what's the one with Gandalf and
The Good Liar.
Winchester. Yeah.
And which, that's what you know her from?
No, it's just the most recent thing I've seen her in.
That's sad.
Yeah, Good Liar. So there was Good Liar. I kind of want to see Ford versus Ferrari.
It's supposed to be quite good.
Yeah, I want to see Last Christmas, but I'll see that with Cheyenne.
Again, I pegged that movie as soon as I saw the trailer.
Yeah. Which one? Wait.
Last Christmas.
Last Christmas. Okay.
I mean, I don't want to ruin it for you, but I knew what was going to happen in that movie. No, but I made sure to poke my head in, and what I thought would be the appropriate time, nailed it.
Yeah, no,
I'm like, we are 4/5 of the way through this movie. If I had to guess, I'm guessing that the scene I am expecting to happen at some point in this movie will happen now. I walked in, there it is, nailed it, walked out. I'm like, I feel so vindicated.
But yeah, so another one was Jojo Rabbit.
I really want to see that.
Yeah, and then I think that was it. Yeah, Motherless Brooklyn, Jojo Rabbit, Good Liar, and then
Last Christmas.
Last Christmas. And also Dr. Sleep, but
You're not going to watch that.
not alone at least. And then I still have to watch Maleficent.
You're not going to watch that.
No, I mean, because I know Cheyenne wants to see it, so I'll have to bring her to see it.
I just feel like
Okay
it's not
with
going to
waiting.
happen.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, so I look and I'm like, what's out of these movies, what's playing soon or like around this time that I can watch? So I see a 2:05 Jojo Rabbit, and that's going to end at about like 4:30. And then I see like what's going to be after that at the same theater. Oh, Good Liar at 4. Actually, no. That one would end at like.
I feel like this is
3:30.
way too much detail
No,
for a
this
quick
is
segment of the story.
super annoying to me. It was also a blunder on my part.
I don't think we're gonna make it to the actual topic today.
We're not.
No, okay. So there was that would end at like 3:30. So I would have like I was looking for like something in the 4 o'clock hour.
Uh-huh.
I saw a 4:30 Good Liar,
Mm-hmm.
and then a theater a little further away there was a 4:15. I'm like, okay, I'll go catch that. That's actually closer to Cheyenne's house anyway. So I'll watch this movie, go over to the other theater.
I've
watch
never
there.
put this much effort into watching movies.
Yeah, well, I go and I get to the first theater. I stand in line, and I look at the marquee and I'm like, I don't see it. I look at the app and I'm like, I don't see it. There's no 2:05 Jojo Rabbit anywhere. There's no 2:05 anything anywhere. What did I look at?
You're that guest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't end up
guest.
going to the like up to the cashier. I just like walked away. I was like,
Yeah, at least you figured it out before.
yeah. I'm like, okay, there's nothing else in this hour that I can watch. Apparently not. Like not nearby. The next thing that I saw was the second theater I was going to go to had a Motherless Brooklyn at 2:50, and I was like, okay, I'll see this. Well, actually, no, I was looking for a Good Liar, The Good Liar. Looking at any showtimes that were like close to what I had seen, there were no showtimes at all that day because it was Thursday. I was looking at the wrong day.
Yeah, that was my guess.
Yeah. They didn't have any preview shows either. It was just nowhere. I was like, I'm fucking stupid. I got dressed, got out of my house after like looking this up, making this plan, and now I'm like, what the fuck? So then I'm just like, okay, I'll go to the second theater and just watch Motherless Brooklyn at 2:50. And that's what I ended up doing. I saw one movie instead of the two that I wanted to see. But I still wanted to see Motherless Brooklyn, so it kind of worked out just half the way I wanted it to. Half the movies.
How was it?
It was good. I liked it. It was Edward Norton, Bruce Willis. There was what's the other guy's name? I mean, there was Willem Dafoe.
I knew Willem Dafoe was in it
Yeah, I was thinking of
with his lighthouse beard.
yeah, and what's the dude from the Baldwin? Alec Baldwin.
The dude from the Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
There
as
are
well.
like 7 of them.
Yeah, there's like that movie has like a lot of
So a couple of them are.
a lot of big names and a lot of familiar faces. And it was super good. Like Edward Norton's performance is really great. He directed it as well.
He's normally pretty damn good.
I don't know if I've seen him in anything else.
Except for Hulk.
Yeah, like I mean,
Hulk was
besides
kinda
that,
weird.
What?
I can't remember. I can't think of any Edward Norton thing that I've
He's
seen.
in a lot of things.
He's in a lot of things. Have you never seen Fight Club?
No.
Ah.
What? Oh, I knew that though, because when I was reading Fight Club, and then I watched the movie for class. I was like, "Jeez, this is amazing." I thought this was some like boy stuff.
No.
But it's like
No.
amazing.
Yeah.
Fight Club changed my life, man.
Have you never seen American History X?
No.
Have you never seen Birdman?
No.
You never seen Primal Fear?
Wait,
No.
you didn't see Birdman either?
No.
I love Birdman.
You never seen the Grand Budapest Hotel? He's
No.
barely in that, but he's in it.
I didn't see that. one.
Okay, out of all of this, I've seen Sausage Party
Oh my god.
and Alita. I don't remember him being in Alita.
He's in the end of it.
okay. But I don't remember like
Best part,
no,
I haven't seen Alita.
I haven't seen
but-
any of these movies.
Dude, you've missed out on some really fucking good movies.
Yeah, apparently.
Primal Fear, man, his performance in that movie is probably one of like the best, like, because that was like his big breakout role. He was he's like a young kid, and like, holy shit! Talk about being a kid starring in a movie, and just stealing a movie from every
Interesting.
actor around you. Primal Fear is a fantastic movie. I want you to watch that movie. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
great. I don't want to tell you anything about it
Okay. That's fine.
because you're never gonna watch it.
Probably not. But if I did, I would want
Okay.
to not know.
Honestly, though, Primal Fear is probably one of the best plot twists in movie history.
Cool.
That's what it's known for. But yeah, Edward Norton's a great actor.
Yeah, he did very well.
Yes.
And it
I've
was
never seen him in anything where I wasn't just crazy impressed.
Yeah, I mean the movie itself was great. I liked the PI work and a lot of it. Like, yeah, it was a good movie with good performances that made me feel good.
Okie dokie, cool.
So you should
Anything
watch
else you've been up to?
it. Yes, actually. So I know a few episodes ago I mentioned that I've been listening to Harry Potter series on audiobook.
Okay, let's just touch it. Are you in the middle of the Goblet of Fire?
Yeah.
Who knew? It's like I can estimate about how long it takes you to get through these books.
Yeah. Okay. So the thing is, that's what I'm talking about with these books. So the first 3 books, first 2 specifically, are pretty, or the movies are pretty faithful to the books, and I think a lot of that has to do with how long the books are. It's pretty easy to adapt those 2 books, almost like scene for scene. They do leave some stuff out, but that's understandable.
Yep.
In the third one, it's kind of similar, but then they do make like fundamental changes to characters being in places and like the character development of like Harry's own development being alone as opposed to like actually being with Hermione and Ron through like some of his like toughest emotional scenes too. So I'm like, okay, that's weird, but like little changes that I understand. Like if they're trying to like push Harry into the spotlight, I can see why. And then there's Goblet of Fire, where like the whole fucking plot almost is like.
No, it's not. It's very similar.
Well, yeah, it's similar, but it's just like, wait a second. There's like huge changes.
It's almost like it's an adaptation.
Yeah, exactly. So the first 2 books are, and I believe the first 3 books are less, like 9 hours or less. And then you get to the 4th one, which is like 20 fucking hours.
See, Chase, this, like, you think that'll bother me, but you don't understand the fact that I read very big books. And that, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's a quick one. I'm not kidding.
But you see the jump.
Yes. No, it's a huge jump. No doubt, Chase. No doubt. But let's just pull up my Audible here. Let's just look at Kyle's library. Okay. Oh, man, they're all marked finished. Because I finished them. Ooh, Oathbringer. 55 hours, 8 minutes.
Oh,
That's a good one. That's a good example. No, I don't want you to download this.
yeah, no, I just pressed
I'm
started
good.
downloading. Like, no,
Stop.
No.
I'm good. Yeah, no, like my average books on here are around 30 hours.
Yeah, because then the next one is 26 hours. And I mean, I don't know how long they are, or I guess there's only 2 more after that. But yeah, they just like get longer and fucking longer.
Yep. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And that's, I was like,
I wonder how long The Stand is in audiobook form. That's got to be a long book. 'Cause, I mean, that's like an 1,100 page book.
jeez. But I'm enjoying it.
Good.
I'll listen to it on my way to and from work for about 30-minute intervals. Intervals.
I knew what you meant. I was going to let it go.
I would not.
Well, there you go. Chase's journey through Harry Potter continues.
Yeah.
You're basically half-ish way done.
And I mean,
Is he though?
No.
Hours wise?
Not hour. Actually, he's probably closer than we think. Like, I know like the last books are longer, but I mean, book 5 is the longest book.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
And then 6 and 7 are shorter. Not as short as the first 2 books, but like he's probably like 2/5 of the way through.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as far as adaptations go, I like
I'd say maybe 3/7.
I think for the first 3, I do prefer the books. And then maybe on this one, Goblet of Fire.
That's nonsense.
I'm
I'm sorry.
What?
The Prisoner of Azkaban movie is my favorite Harry Potter movie.
No, it's also my favorite movie as well.
Oh, really?
But I just like the depth of the books.
I mean, books are usually better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, still.
I mean, as far as story-wise goes, I think Prisoner of Azkaban is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But the movie kind of, because it misses some things that I think are important for like at least like character development and like relationships. That I prefer in the books.
God, I'm just thinking though, like my favorite book has my least favorite movie.
What's
And
your favorite book?
Order of the Phoenix.
Ah,
I hate the Order of the Phoenix movie.
Yeah, that's my least favorite
I
of
like
the
that
movies.
movie.
I haven't read
No, it is
past the second book.
it is a
but
bastardization of the book, which is so good.
I'm almost there. I just
Yeah.
have like 8 more hours to go.
Yeah, no, I legitimately think like the Order of the Phoenix book is so good.
Oh no, I only have 4 hours left. Hey,
Look at that. I have so many great. Then you're definitely probably farther.
Yeah.
you're more than halfway
I
through.
thought you were only halfway through that.
Yeah, never
No,
mind.
I'm 16 hours in out of 20.
Oh, that's way farther than I thought.
Never mind. All right, so enough about chasing Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Oh, and also Dobby.
Mm-hmm.
It's way more
Is
important
that
in
just
the books.
yes? He is. He shows up all the time instead of just in one movie and then in the second to last movie to die.
I cried in
Oh.
that movie. even
I
without
know.
having like the development that he has in the
It's
books.
so much worse in the books.
Oh
Where he's in all of them,
no!
and then he dies. You're like, never know.
Spoilers.
Oh no! What have I done? I've spoiled a book series and freaking movie series that have been over for longer than
Long
some people have been
time.
alive.
That's very true.
So my week.
Yeah. How was your week?
Gonna touch in on a couple of things. First of all, I've seen no movies.
Too fun.
But I have finished Death Stranding.
Oh.
Oh, fun. I
I
didn't know
love.
there was an end to that.
Oh yeah, there's a story.
There's a story there.
I love that game.
Yay.
Great.
Yeah, basically when last we recorded, I was on the precipice of when the game got amazing.
Right.
That game is honestly really good, and I can't really even explain why. I couldn't put it down. Every moment I wasn't playing it, I wanted to play it more. Really, the concept of just slowly turning this desolate wasteland into a place that I could just fucking get around anywhere to, and
Cool.
was like building in my own image. No, there was something special about that game. It had amazingly good characters despite their stupid names. Did I get into how stupid the names are when we last talked?
Mm-mm.
All right, so I'm gonna give you our core cast of characters and
Well,
supporting
even the main
characters.
character's name.
Yeah, Sam Porter Bridges. He's a porter. He makes bridges.
Yeah.
Look, that's nothing. Okay, so you have quote unquote Guillermo del Toro's character, who looks like Guillermo del Toro, but he's not actually played by Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, they just used his likeness.
That's unsettling.
That he's dead man.
Oh, right.
That's a cool name.
Um,
I'm down with it.
you have
Is that his birth name or nickname?
I don't know.
That's the name his mother gave him.
I hope so.
I don't think so.
His last name is Man. Dead. We'll call him Dead.
And all of their names are very literal.
Okay.
He's like 70. I don't know how much I want to get into this, like on the actual like spoilers, but like all of their names have reasons, and you will get explanations for all of them at some point during the game.
Right.
You have Heartman.
Okay. Are they related? They're brothers.
No, they're not. They're not related
The
at
Man
all.
brothers.
Oh no, I'm saving the best man for last.
Oh.
But
Best Man.
yeah.
He's called Best Man.
No, you have Mama.
Uh-huh.
You have Fragile.
That's Leia Seydoux, right?
Yeah, she's my favorite character in the game. She's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And the greatest man of all, Die Hard Man.
He's Bruce Willis.
Someone did that
Nope.
on purpose.
He's Die Hard Man. And what a fucking name.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
It's Alan Rickman.
I just couldn't take his name seriously. Every time like, I don't know about Die Hard Man. And I'm like, nor do I.
Hard Man. Oh my God.
And it's not like they make it like Die Hardman or anything. It's Die Hard Man.
Die Hardman.
That's great.
It's beautiful. But the characters themselves are really well acted
Yeah.
and really fascinating and well written. Even though the dialogue is kind of clunky sometimes, the actual like writing behind the characters and their backstories are so fascinating. Really, like by the end of chapter 3, when you figure out Fragile's backstory in its entirety and stuff and why she's doing the things she's doing,
Right.
oh my God, what a powerful fucking scene. Just makes you just like want to hug this character. But you'd probably break her. She's so fragile. Or as she says many times, she's fragile, but she's not that fragile. That's
Okay.
said
Interesting.
many times.
Okay.
Many times.
So there's no characters named Spearman in there?
No. No, because
Just opportunity.
I know. This is a game. It's many games you have to understand are about sticks, but this is a game about ropes.
Okay.
I just realized no one's going to get that joke, but I'm
Yeah.
keeping it in.
Yeah, I know.
Sticks and ropes.
Not that joke.
No, not that
I was
joke.
trying to avoid.
No. But yeah, no. Because that's what Kojima would always say. He's like, so many games you have like your sticks that you use to attack other people, but in this game, you have a rope that you can use to bring people
To kill
together.
other people.
No.
Is that really what they were saying about the sticks and the ropes?
That does come up in the story, and it's what Kojima talked about multiple times.
Wow. Okay.
And there's a moment.
That's cool.
There's a moment where a character is like, "You had a stick that became a rope."
Oh my
It's
god.
like- but here's the thing:
Limp dick.
Okay.
this sounds so stupid and so corny,
It does.
It just sounds corny to me, but okay.
but in the moment, it works. But then you have really bad moments where there's a moment in that game I literally facepalmed. Literally, I tried resisting. I just sat there in silence staring at the game for like probably 5 or 6 seconds before I'm like, nope, I have to facepalm. And I did. I smacked myself in the face because of the game said something so dumb and so on the nose. Then I was like, I hate you.
Wait. You sat there thinking, nope, yeah, I need to face palm. Like you
I couldn't
left the
resist
moment.
it. I couldn't resist it.
That just seems weird.
I just like...
If you didn't know, he face palmed when he went.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think it's a real spoiler, but I mean, they make like a Mario and Princess Peach reference, but then they follow it up with the greatest line of dialogue ever written. Because this line of conversation happens on a beach. And so it's like, well, it's more like Mario and Princess Beach.
Oh my god.
And I'm just like, I hate you, game. I hate you so much. and
That annoys me.
I felt like I could see Kojima through the code, like, hey,
That's not.
aren't
oh
I
my God.
clever?
Oh my god.
And I just wanted to take his rope and strangle him with it. But no, honestly, I really enjoyed this game. It has so much heart and heart, man. But like, really, at the core of it, it is just a game that is just so fucking good.
Okay.
And it's trying to send a very positive message that I enjoyed. It is a game about bringing people together and about overcoming adversity and finding like a way to try and move past a world of violence into something better.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Well, that's nice.
It is.
That's good.
You don't see that a lot.
No,
I know.
that stands out.
And so, yeah, it felt like a very special game. And it helped when I built a zipline network that allowed me to get fucking anywhere in moments. But yeah, so it's not a game for everybody, but I really liked it. Now I'm playing Jedi Fallen Order.
All right. Yeah, I haven't bought it.
What a game.
That keeps getting advertised to me.
What a fucking game, man.
It's like Jedi Dark Souls.
It is. I didn't realize just how much.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You playing on the hardest difficulty?
no. No, I'm not. I'm playing on the second hardest difficulty
Ah.
because there are bars that show you
Yeah,
like the
I
various
see.
levels. And I just looked at the hardest one and I'm like, no.
No.
It's like max damage, max, like small, enemy aggressiveness max. And then it's like parry opportunity. It's a sliver. And I'm like, no. I am enjoying the hell out of this game. I'm maybe 10 hours into it right now.
Ooh.
And it's really good. It is
Story-wise or gameplay-wise?
both.
Good.
And the gameplay is pretty simple, but it scratches a lot of boxes. This is a game.
Scratches boxes.
Yeah, like you scratch out the
Lotto
box.
ticket?
Yeah, exactly. It's trying to win big. This is a game that borrows from so many other games.
Right.
In a ridiculous degree. Like, again, in so many ways, it's very Dark Souls-y. You have your little meditation spots that are totally bonfires,
Yeah.
which respawns the enemies. You have your very basic, like, attacks and, like, your stronger attacks. And your all that crap. You literally have replenishing healing item stock. Like, it is Dark Souls as fuck. But then also it's like a Metroidvania in 3D. It's very much like a Metroid Prime sort of feeling. Like, you go to these planets and there's huge explorable sections where when you gain new abilities, you can go back to old planets to find new things.
All right.
And it's also like a lot of Uncharted-esque like climbing and jumping and dramatic set pieces. And it's also like, I was like, this game is so many different things. And it's never the best at anything it does, but I wouldn't call it a jack of all trades. It's more like a queen of all trades. Like, it's, because you know, jack of all trades, but an ace of none is the saying. It's like the full saying. That's the full saying.
Oh.
Like, you're a jack of all trades, but you're an ace of none. Where like, you're okay at everything, but like, you're never as great as you could be as like some of the other things. This is like a queen of all trades, where it's like,
better.
you're pretty damn good at everything you try. You just aren't like the shining example of anything you do.
Okay.
But really, at the end of the day, there are moments in this game where I just go, God, that was Star Wars as fuck. Yes. And some of the boss battles are just so intense, and you just have to like knuckle down and get better. Or as a wise man once said, get good. I tried, but I couldn't resist. But I mean, you just need to get better at the game. It challenges you in very key battles that make you like want to get better, because it's never like the game is cheap. It always feels like, I fucked up, I can do better than this. I just beat a major story boss that was very much like a lightsaber on lightsaber battle.
Ooh.
And it was fantastic. And the first time I tried it, I got destroyed. And it was like so tough. I'm like, I feel like this is supposed to be like one of these things where I just lose. No, it was not. And so I'm just like, oh, I just need to get better. And just over the course of, I think, like 7 or 8 tries on this boss, like I just got better and better and better and improved at the game. And it just felt like such a powerful moment in story and like as a player, where I was just like, I am cresting this hill and truly becoming a Jedi. I can't wait to see where it goes, because the story's actually pretty good. And I like the characters. They're not like anything crazy, but they're likable. And it's got good performances in it. And it's a single player Star Wars game that isn't garbage. And really, we haven't had one of those in a long time. Like Force Awakens, maybe. So yeah, I'm liking it. But for the last part of my week,
Yes.
I debated a long time whether I should share this or not. Literally, I'm in the middle of this happening, and I'm like, should I talk about this on the podcast? And so listener discretion is advised. I mentioned I had something that I apologize to these two for bringing up at all. Shannon's like, no, I want to hear it. And I assured her no, she didn't. I'm sorry. So, we might want to put in a time code here for somebody who doesn't want to listen to something really nasty.
Yeah, I'll do it. Don't worry.
But I just got to be that guy to share something terrible because it's the internet and that's my job now.
Okay.
So on
I'll
Friday,
think it's your job, but
it's my job.
Okay.
I'm paid for this.
you're not though.
I 100% am. So I've been taking all the money and I haven't been giving it to any of you guys.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. We've been having so many sponsorship deals, but I keep pretending they're not real. We've been sponsored by Verve now for like 6 months. No. But I on Friday I helped my mom. It was supposed to be like a 2-hour thing, and it took like 9 hours. but I wasn't feeling well for a while, and so I went home. And I'm like, oh man, I really got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't happen.
Right. Okay. I can see kind of where this is going.
So, I mean, it was not from lack of trying. It's about an hour and a half on and off trying to make this happen. And it wouldn't. And so I'm like, what is going on? I looked it up.
Oh no.
Fecal impact.
You never look it up.
Fecal impactment.
Yeah.
It's where your poop is so hard.
Yep.
It can't come out.
That's why they make laxatives.
It is. I didn't have access to a laxative. I didn't have access to much. But I mean, if you can't poop, this is very dangerous and deadly.
What is it? No.
Yeah. So I had to make a choice. And I'm like, I don't have very many tools on hand to handle this problem. There was only one. It's about the worst possible option. And I did it. I will say though, don't worry. By chance, about a month ago for cleaning, I did buy latex gloves. So that helped. And that's all I'm going to say about the matter.
Cheyenne's over here dying now.
I'm not going to get any more in depth than that. But you can guess where my life went for about a 45-minute period. And it was terrible.
Oh no.
I have a question.
Oh no. Please, yes.
Why didn't you just go to a store and get a laxative?
Because I didn't want to. I was incredibly uncomfortable.
Okay.
Like walking around was painful. And I was also just scared. What happens if I'm sitting in my car and that's when it decides? No, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, my butt still hurts. And that's the end of that story.
Oh, that's why you're bow-legged.
Yep.
Well,
So that was my week.
that's great.
Right? There's real life happening here, folks.
I don't drink coffee for the opposite reason.
Yeah, I need to stay more hydrated and eat certain foods.
Apparently.
Speaking of which, Chase, pass me a water. All right, but with all that fun out of the way, what are we here to talk about for real, Chase?
Well, something else that I was doing this week,
No!
was on Tuesday when a certain platform launched.
Mm-hmm.
It's Disney Plus.
Is Disney
Woohoo!
Plus?
Yeah, on Tuesday night.
We haven't talked about this at all on the show.
No, actually Monday night.
Nope.
Yeah, Monday night.
On Monday night.
Oh, yeah.
It was weird because I don't know what happened with the launch.
Mhm.
I mean, I've heard that there was issues. I didn't experience issues.
Mhm.
No
But
issues on our end.
when I was with Cheyenne, and it was probably like 10 o'clock. No, it was almost 9 o'clock, and I'm like,
Oh,
wait a second.
he was trying to cheat the system.
Can I game the system and change my time zone? Like, you get a proxy so that I can watch it at 9 o'clock instead of 12 o'clock. And then I look and I'm like, wait, it says 6 hours. So that's 3 a.m. PST that it's going to launch. I was like, God damn it. I don't want to
He's a
stay that
bad
late
person.
because I opened. So like, I'm going to be tired. I'll just watch everything I want to watch tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So then I get home. No. I'm here. I happen to fall asleep. I don't know what you're watching. Something.
I don't know.
Fall asleep.
Don't look at me.
Wake up and it's like 1.
Uh-huh.
And
That
I was
what
like,
happened?
yeah.
I don't know.
It was like 1:30 or something like that. I'm like, wait a second. And I look, and Disney Plus is already up.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wait, but it's supposed to be 3. I'm like, wait,
They lied to you.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, awesome. So I go home, and I watch like 3 episodes of the Clone Wars before I fell asleep.
Did you watch the movie?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I watched the movie before I fell asleep.
There you go.
And then the next day, I watched The Mandalorian.
You didn't watch The Mandalorian first?
No, because I want to watch it on my 4K TV. And I was like, I'm
Fair
in bed,
enough.
and I'll watch The Clone Wars.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and then I watched The Mandalorian, and then I watched more episodes of The Clone Wars. And then a few days later on Friday, which I did not expect because Kyle told me a lie.
I read a lie.
That the next episode would be next Friday, but it just happened to be the same Friday. Episode 2 of The Mandalorian came out.
Yes, I'm sorry. I read a lie.
I thought Kyle did say that on.
No, he said
no.
the 20.
I definitely said
Oh.
the incorrect information.
Yeah, he
Because
said.
I thought it was coming out this.
No, he said the
past
22nd.
Friday.
Yeah, no, I definitely gave false information because I was given false information.
So I just misheard you.
Apparently.
Okay.
But
Huh.
I will say, I'm liking the show.
Okay. I will say I hate it. No. No. I think this show is really enjoyable.
Mhm.
I think it has some problems.
Okay. I might
Right.
agree with you depending on what you say.
2 episodes in.
Yeah.
so-
No. Yeah. Again, we're only really like an hour into the show.
Yeah. And
We're
okay.
about a fourth
one
of the way
one
through.
gripe I have is that the episodes are too short.
Right? I was expecting this to be
want
like
hour-long,
hour-long
yeah.
episodes, and
Yeah.
it's and no. To be fair, that's a good sign. Like that's just proof you just want more of this show.
Yeah.
Every time an episode ends, I'm eager for more.
Yeah.
And so, like at the whole, like I really do enjoy this show. It's just I feel like first of all, the show did not open on its best foot.
Okay.
Blue Dude, I hated him.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
That just felt like I was watching a TV show, which was the opposite of what I wanted the show
Yeah,
to
from
be.
anything I've seen on The Mandalorian, the first episode, Blue Dude, is like tonally different.
Yes, it
Uh,
feels like an
his
entirely different
character-
show.
His character sticks out like a sore thumb amongst the tone of the setting and the characters around him,
Mhm.
and it's like kind of just like funny humor that he has and like gleeful giddiness that no one else has.
And it doesn't make
it-
sense in the
like,
context of what's going on to him or around
yeah,
him.
and it kind of it would make sense if like to be in a situation like that where there are people that like use humor as like a coping mechanism, like to get out of things, and it's kind of like what he was. I see like what he was trying to
they were
do,
going for.
but it didn't land well.
No, and the worst part of it is again, this is the beginning of the first episode.
Yeah.
This is your introduction to the show, and I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Like that's not
oh,
what
this
I don't think that's what the show
better
is supposed
not
to be.
where this show is.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this isn't funny, and it feels wrong.
Yeah,
And I don't know about this at all. And there's nothing wrong with the show having humor. There are examples of humor in the show in like the second episode, which I think is much stronger than the first.
yeah.
That land much better. But yeah, no, that blue guy, I'm like, that worried me, and it took me a bit. I think first of all, the fact that this is a TV show and it looks as good as it does
Oh, it's beautiful.
is remarkable. That being said, there are moments where like things will catch me off. Again, early on in the first episode, when that first speeder shows up with a little droid, that looked like the fakest fucking special effects I'd seen in my entire life.
Oh, I didn't notice or care.
Then that's good, because normally I don't. But I just saw this and I'm like, this literally feels like somebody has just put
Well, what you said? No droids.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that little guy coming in. I'm just like, that looks so fake. I don't know. And then there was one moment in the first episode where he's like wandering around the little like city, and he's like walking down some stairs. And I take a look at this outfit, and I go, this outfit looks cool. But there's something about this scene that makes me look like he looks like a cosplayer. And I'm like, I don't know. It's just seeing him just kind of like wandering around a town in like a distant, like far-ish shot. He's like it's like a medium distant shot, and I'm just like, I don't know, something about this costume looks like it's a little cheap.
Looks like it's a costume
Yeah,
and not like an armor
yeah,
set.
yeah. But I don't know, like, but the show itself and its characters are interesting enough, and like the situations are good enough that it, I think it quickly overcomes those problems.
Yeah. So, the issue with the episode length didn't appear to me in the first episode. Because I feel like enough happened and it arced well enough and ended well enough.
Oh, it ended great.
Yeah, that I was like satisfied. And then the second episode, when that came out, when it ended, I'm like, what? No, what? Why? Why are you ending? Like, I feel like it was half done. Like, I mean, his situation,
That arc concludes.
finished, but I was like, I feel like I need immediate payoff for what he does next. Like
next week.
yeah, but I mean, like there should be more to this episode. I felt, but
I know. Yeah, I kind of get that impression too, because we only have 8 episodes of the show.
Yeah, that's that when I figured that out too once, because I didn't notice the length of the first episode. Like I said, the second episode when it ended, I was like, wait, how long is this episode? 30 minutes. Wait a second.
Yeah,
and we only have 8 of these. I'm like, what?
Yeah. It is frustrating that I mean, we're gonna talk about these episodes in detail. So if you haven't seen these, we haven't gotten too in depth yet, but we're gonna spoil these. The problem with the second episode at its core level is it feels like filler.
Yeah.
Because none of this needed to happen.
Okay, so
I think it's important that it did.
Yeah.
But none of it needed to happen for the story, because he literally just needed there's one thing that happened that is important in the story that they needed to get across, and this little baby Yoda and his force powers. But you're gonna fucking guess that shit anyway.
Yeah.
But like there were probably other ways to show that were more relevant directly to the plot, instead of coming up with this whole side quest to make it happen.
Yeah, and I was like, I had theories about the importance of his guide and like how he invited him onto the crew, and then it was like, no. Yeah. I was like, so maybe in the future it's important that they have a relationship, that he comes back to him at any point.
Back to Tatooine? I don't know.
But I don't know, because also I'm just
I know,
like,
because we don't know where it's
going.
going. Yeah. We don't know where the story is going, but it is certainly right now. It feels like, was this necessary?
Yeah. I mean, the Jawas are funny.
Yeah,
but they're also annoying.
Yes, super annoying. Like, I enjoyed like his attempt to climb up the sand crawler and stuff, and he's getting pelted. And I did find it funny. He gets up there and he's just immediately shot by like 12 of them and just falls off the fucking thing after all that effort. But at the same time, I'm like, did that need to happen then? But like, it's entertaining. I'm glad we're finally seeing a fucking Mandalorian disintegrating people, as we were teased in fucking Empire Strikes Back, where it's like, no disintegrations to Boba Fett. You're like, what the fuck does that mean? Now we know. I will say, like, I enjoy the action in this show quite a bit. When they act like I like the fight scene in the beginning of the second episode. Just like, that's a quick one. I loved the fight scene at the end of the first episode with like IG-11.
Yes.
IG-11 was awesome. And I'm shocked.
Yeah.
That he was not here long. I feel like the show does a really good job of subverting things. Mm-hmm. Because like, I have no idea where the show is ever going. We're only 2 episodes in, but like, where the fuck is this going to end up?
Yeah, and that's kind of like, you don't know where it's going because you don't know much about his character. Yeah. The Mandalorian, especially because like in the first episode, they build that, and you at this point you honestly don't know what he's thinking and what he's going to do with the baby Yodes. And and when he shoots IG-11 instead of allowing him to shoot it, it's either well, and he like stretches the finger out, and it's like, okay, maybe he cares about this living creature, or
maybe he didn't want to split the bounty.
Yeah, or because his bounty is to keep it alive. So is that the reason?
It's mostly just he gets paid more if it comes alive.
Well, yeah,
I know, and there is that kind of in between, and I feel like again the stuff in the second episode, kind of bringing them together, is to help make it clearer that he's probably not gonna fucking turn in little baby Yoda. Yeah, but I don't know. I really like the show. I do like Mando just as like a character, even though we know so little about him. Yeah. I find him intriguing, and I think it's important because I mean he's a main character. We won't, at least for a while, ever see his face. Yeah. If we ever see it at all.
I don't think we will.
I think we might, but I think it'll be a while if it ever happens. And I think it's important that you have a central character that you can connect to, which is why they gave us the cutest goddamn little puppet known to man. Baby Yoda is adorable. I mean, again, I don't know what his race is called. I don't know.
Yeah, because no one does.
Yeah, there's so few of them. Yeah, but yeah, you just got a little Baby Yoda.
Another thing, this whole episode when he was going around, I'm like, is this practical or CGI? I'm like,
oh, it's a puppet.
Yeah, I was like, it looks pretty practical, but I'm like,
It's just so
it
cute.
looks
When
weird,
it's just like
but it's
walking
really
up
cute.
to him and stuff, and it's like I think it was trying to heal him during that scene.
Yeah, that's
And he's just like, "Stop it, you stupid little baby."
that was super cute.
I mean, it's good humor. I like the two characters in this very odd couple sort of thing. You just like to have this like badass like bounty hunter and this like adorable little baby he needs to protect. And that's just naturally endearing in a weird way.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much the intention of the show has been in this regard. I find it interesting how much in these first couple episodes we just see our main character is supposed to be like the best in the parsec or whatever, just get his ass kicked repeatedly.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm not sure if like
That's what I was thinking too. And the fact that like, the guy was just like, you're a Mandalorian, like you'll
be the one to save us.
Yeah, you'll be the one to save us. Like he has such faith in the Mandalorian, and saying all these things like, oh, like it will be like a breeze for you. Everyone keeps saying that to him, but I'm like, it feels to me that he's not pretending, but he's like hyping up, or like he's hyped up, but he's not as competent as everyone thinks.
Yeah, I kind of get that feeling too. Like he's a Mandalorian, so he must be amazing, but he's like, I gotta live up to this reputation, but like it's big, man.
Yeah.
I kind of get that feeling too, because like he's clearly skilled. Like he kicked the ass of those guys in the bar.
Yeah.
He fucked up those guys like that were trying to go after little baby Yoda. But like he got owned by that rhino thing.
Exactly.
He
and the fact is,
would
like,
have been totally screwed without IG-11's help in that one place. I was like,
I think it is intentional. Maybe not necessarily always just to him trying to prove himself, but more so like if you have a badass character that's completely badass, then it's just like what are the stakes?
I know, but like we've only known him for 2 episodes, and we've seen him just like fuck up like 3 times already, and it's been an hour. And we just I'm not sure how much it's intentional and how much it's like we're gonna build on this, and how much it was just kind of like tell not show. And again, we're too early to know for sure. I feel like, I mean, the quality of writers for this show and like the showrunners and stuff, I have faith in them. I just find it interesting because like he got wrecked by the little thing in the first episode that he eventually had to learn how to ride. Like he's had to have been saved multiple times by people. And that might be the point behind the show. I think that
might be the point, that he needs help. He needs people to like rely on.
I
like Harry Potter.
In the books, but not in the movies.
He needs ropes and not sticks. And that very well could be. I think we're just too early in the story to know for sure. Yeah. But I just don't think it's really been like clearly established one way or the other yet, where it could just be like, oh, it's an interesting decision versus like, I don't know. It's just, is he a badass? Probably. But how much of a badass? I don't know. I did though enjoy the scene where he's tried every trick to kill that fucking rhino thing, and it's clearly losing. He just draws his little knife, and he's like, if I'm going to die, I'm going to stab this thing in the face when it kills me.
The knife known to man.
He's like, I'm going to stab this thing in the face when it tries to kill me. And I'm like, that's at least a badass moment, even though it's like,
And he still manages to get it down with that knife in a I'm guessing extremely well-placed
No, absolutely.
incision.
I cannot wait to see more. Mm-hmm. I am very intrigued. And I can tell you, I didn't think this is where I didn't know where the show was going, but I did not think it was going here.
I'm wondering, I want to know your take on this as well, because it's established that, is it Vaskar Steel? I
think so, yeah.
Like Mandalorian forged, and like it belongs to the Mandalorians. It was probably from the flashback scenes that we've seen. I'm guessing he doesn't like the Empire because the Empire probably like destroyed his village and probably killed his parents.
Probably.
But he's still like willing to deal with them to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
And they have all this Vaskar Steel. I'm guessing because they stole it from them.
Maybe.
I mean, that's just what I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also guessing that he's not going to pass it up. That the fact that they said they have so much of it, and whether or not he actually turns the bounty in to get that, or takes it from them in a different way. I just feel like he'll probably end up with that Vaskar Steel because they make a point of it in all the time.
It's clearly important.
Yeah.
And they call him in that one scene where like he gets the pauldron like made out of the steel and stuff. They call him like a foundling.
think so.
which I think
She asked like if his sign has appeared to him.
yeah, which not yet, but I think by foundling and stuff that basically means like he's not actually like a Mandalorian born, where like they probably like found him and adopted him and like brought him into his own.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, and I mean we definitely get hints of that, which could tie into his backstory. But yeah, there's a lot about like Mandalorian lore that is still very much like steeped in mystery, and so yeah, it'll be interesting to see, and I can't wait.
Yeah. And I can't wait either. I'm still.
And it's driving me crazy.
Yeah, I just want to know all of it.
What's kind of fun about? Have you actually seen like the actual release schedule for the episodes?
No.
So, they're coming out every Friday.
Yeah.
Except one episode comes out on a Wednesday.
Why?
Because that's the week that Star Wars comes out on that Friday.
Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah. It's very interesting. I'm just like, I wish what they'd done then was maybe have Wednesday and Friday be the last 2 episodes, and then also have Star Wars come out then, and be riding on a super high for Star Wars.
Yeah.
I don't know. What I do know though is it was Star Wars week last week. I watched 2 episodes of a new Star Wars TV show and I've been playing the shit out of a Star Wars video game.
Yeah, and I was watching the Clone Wars.
Yep. I love the Clone Wars. It gets so much better. Like the first season's good and enjoyable.
Yeah.
And like the second season too, but it's like the second half of the second season is when I think that show really kind of hits its stride. And then it just has like 3.5 more seasons of fucking phenomenal storytelling when they stop doing this stupid out of chronological order, focusing on weird random shit stuff. Are you just watching it in release order?
Yes.
You fool. You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You should watch in chronological
Okay,
order. It requires way more work.
I might.
At least for the first couple seasons. Like seasons 3 through 5 are almost entirely in chronological order.
Okay. But yeah, so Mandalorian, Vascar Steel, Baby Yoda.
Good times. If you like Star Wars, you should give it a watch because it very much does have this kind of feel of like the older Star Wars movies. Because it kind of, I mean, it's clearly made on, a good budget, but it doesn't have like all the Disney money for a huge ass Star Wars movie thing. It feels very lived in, which reminds me of the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Which I like. And I don't know, it's an interesting and like unique little TV show giving us a perspective on a part of the Star Wars universe we never really see in the movies. And, it could lead somewhere really cool. And there's already been a season 2 confirmed and they're working on it. So, this will be around for a bit. We should enjoy it while we can. I mean, I'd say it's a solid enough reason to get Disney Plus. But if this is the only reason you're interested in Disney Plus, I'd probably just wait till the end of next month when it's over and then just probably binge it. It won't take long.
4 hours.
Yeah, then you only pay for 1 month.
Or if you're really good, you just do the 7-day free trial and pay for nothing.
You're right.
Yeah.
You can definitely watch
Which
like
I'm actually
4
still
hours.
in right now, I think. Yep.
Yeah. Yep, me too. But yeah, it's definitely, it's definitely worth a watch. And of course, it's not the only thing on Disney Plus worth a watch.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Phineas and Ferb?
These are 2 shows that we've been watching as well.
High School Musical, the musical, the series.
Oh my god.
I have watched both episodes of that so far.
Okay, how was it?
It's interesting.
In a good way, or I don't know why I want to watch this, but I'm still gonna keep watching it.
Very much the second of those options.
Okay.
It's definitely not bad, but it just really reminds me of the original High School Musical.
Interesting.
In maybe not a good way.
Sounds like I don't want to watch that.
Probably not.
Stick to my Phineas and Ferb.
I definitely wish it was more on the nose with how dumb it is. It's like literally, it's so dumb.
Literally, it can't speak.
Yep, exactly, because it's a TV show. I mean, like the central conflict of the show is literally a guy. Like, he's been going out with this girl for a year, and she says, "I love you," and he's like, "We should take a break." And panicked because they're in, like, summer break, and, like, 6 weeks later, he's like, "Look, I spent a lot of time thinking about it. I love her, too. Like, I really want this to move forward." And she's like, "Fuck
You
you!"
said 6 weeks?
The
Yes.
heck?
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah, and she's like, "Fuck you. I have a new boyfriend."
Yeah.
Good for her. Screw him. Screw him.
But he's our hero.
I don't give a heck.
No, I
That
know.
bad.
And so
You say I don't give a heck?
that's what she
Yeah,
said.
I
Jesus
said.
Christ.
Never mind.
It's her job. It does this to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, but so their school, which is the school where High School Musical was filmed,
Yeah.
is putting on High School Musical.
Yeah.
And she and her new boyfriend are both like all up in drama. So they're like, we're going to try for Troy and Gabrielle. It's going to be awesome. And our new guy's like, I can't stand for this. I need to be Troy. But he's like, but I've never even seen High School Musical and I don't like musicals.
Oh my God.
That sounds very familiar.
You gotta get your head in the game.
You got to get your head in the game.
That sounds like something I've watched before.
I guarantee
It's called
you.
High School Musical, the musical, the series.
Watch it now
Streaming
on Disney
Plus.
I
Plus.
was vaguely interested, and now I don't want to watch it.
But it's something. The drama teacher is like their new drama teacher or whatever. She's obsessed with like High School Musical and stuff because she was in it. She was one of the background dancers.
Oh my God.
And you just have these super ridiculous characters. Like super ridiculous. The problem with the show is I'm not sure how much it realizes how dumb it is. The title makes you think it knows exactly how dumb it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the show
It takes
only
itself too
seems to like
serious.
half commit to the bit of how
Yeah.
stupid it is. And if it would just fully accept how dumb it is and just be like, yeah, we're fucking stupid, I would love it. But it doesn't quite do that.
So, does Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens exist in this universe because it's it was
Yes,
a movie?
it does.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it takes place in like what's supposed to be our universe. So yeah, Zac Efron, Vanessa Hudgens, they all
They're not-
acted
they're
in a
not
movie.
actually Troy and
they were-
Gabrielle.
No, this is not like a sequel in universe to this at all.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's not that in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
And they are
That
just.
makes it even more stupid.
I know. There's literally a moment where you have our main dude trying to watch High School Musical to learn all the words in the Troy parts, so you can try out.
It's like watching 17 again.
But he's watching fucking High School
No,
Musical. I know. But he stole it from the library because he didn't own
fuck?
the movie, and he's watching it in the computer lab.
Why
But
does the
like
library have the-
he hits it because it's the school where it was filmed. That
Okay.
actually doesn't surprise me that much.
Okay.
But he like hits it to try and get it, and it starts just skipping infinitely. And there's this teacher at the school who's easily my favorite character because he's like, "This is so stupid. Why are they doing this?" But he shows, and he's there, and he's like, "Why are you?" He's like, "I'm doing homework." He's like,
my God.
"No, you're not." And he's like, "Why are you breaking my computers in my computer lab?" And it's just incredibly, it's because it's just literally just stuck skipping. You just keep watching like this 1 second scene of Zac Efron like, and he's like, "So I gotta go by." And he's like, and he just stares at this screen as it's just looping, unable to fix it. And he's like, oh, but you want to know the thing that's gonna really make you hate our main character the most?
Sure.
He's a Chad.
No, he doesn't actually get to play as Chad. Corbin Blue's fantastic character. But
Yeah, he's actually a good character. He saves the movie a little bit.
But so the way the main girl confesses her love to this guy is she writes a song, of course, and she records it, of course. But so she has the song that she wrote
Screw
about
that
how
guy
much,
even more now.
about
though.
how much like she really has come to like love him and stuff. And so he goes to this audition late. And he gets this moment where he's able to audition, and she's like, "What song do you want to sing?" He's like, "No, I have my own song." And you know what song he sings? The song she wrote.
Oh my God.
I was like, "You're a piece of shit." And of course, because it's a TV show, you know the worst part. He, of course, gets the Troy part.
Obviously.
And she gets Gabrielle.
Obviously. Otherwise, how will the plot advance?
And her boyfriend, he gets Chad.
Chad.
And it's like, and there's moments of the show that I really enjoy, but it makes me mad.
Wait, that's super funny that her boyfriend is Chad.
Yeah. So there are moments of the show that it could be better, but it's not. but I still am watching it
Interesting.
because what else am I going to do with my life?
I'm not gonna do that because I actually value my time.
And then in another Disney Plus show about high schools and musicals,
There's another one.
it's Encore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
That's
I
more
saw
acceptable.
that. I had no idea what it was.
That's a show. I watched the first episode of that.
Oh, really?
Why?
Oh.
Do you know the premise at all?
No.
Oh, really? I just saw Kristen Bell.
Yeah, she just kind of
Oh.
intros it. She just kind of intros it. She's not in it. It's
Oh, I'm less interested now.
it's like
Oh
a
my
documentary series.
Oh, I feel bamboozled.
It's kind of like it's really more like, it's not really a documentary series. It's more a reality TV show.
I feel super bamboozled now.
Where she's just the host and she shows up in the beginning and the end of the episode.
The heck?
But the whole premise of the show is actually kind of interesting, but also not. Where it takes a bunch of people who all put on a play together in high school, later in life, and it brings them all back together
to play the parts to play.
and they're given 3 days to try and put the show on again.
It's an encore.
It's an encore.
This sounds dumb.
It kind of is. But it's also kind of interesting. But also because it's real life, there are just weird moments in it. Like the first episode, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to go into depth with this because it's kind of stupid. Like I liked the idea, sorta. It made me watch the first episode, but I'm just like, I don't know. That's some weird shit.
Yeah.
And like, there's just because it's real life, there aren't like payoffs to things that would
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you just
It's
kind of
not
would
scripted?
expect. Yeah, it's clearly not scripted, and they're clearly not pushing these people to have obvious moments. Like there are these two people that like dated in high school and stuff, and they were like, oh, like the drama king and queen bee and stuff, and you're like, oh, those people, but then like they went off in their separate ways and stuff. And you're like, oh, okay, whatever. But then you find out like one of them had cancer, and like the other helped them through it, and they had like this
What?
dramatic thing like in their life, and they were really important to one another.
What?
And you're expecting like this really shallow thing. You're like, no, it's not at all. And then they just like never have they never really spend that much time talking.
What?
I was like, well, that feels weird.
Missed
So
opportunity.
weird.
Right? I'd be like, if I was a producer on the show, I'd be like, look, I know we're not trying to push things, but you guys should talk.
Yeah. What was that time like? How does it feel seeing each other again? Like,
Yeah, and instead he just gets like into this argument match with like a costumer or whatever. I'm just like, okay, show.
Interesting.
Cool. Potential wasted. And then I watched some episodes of Gargoyle. See, I watched some episodes of Gargoyles because Gargoyles is an incredible cartoon.
Right.
It's so good. Has one of the best villains in all of cartoon history.
I'm pretty sure I've seen Gargoyles.
Xanatos.
Okay.
A character so brilliant that there's like 36 tropes on TV tropes named after the guy. The Xanatos Gambit.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Xanatos Gambits are awesome anytime they show up in any fiction. It's just a plan that is so smart that the villain wins even if he loses. That's like that guy's whole shtick.
Ah.
I need to rewatch that.
No,
So
Gargoyles is really
So
good.
not like Doofenshmirtz.
No. This
Poor
is not that kind of show.
Poor Doofenshmirtz.
No, Doofenshmirtz wants to be foiled by Perry the Platypus.
I don't think that's how.
Curse you, Perry the
Well,
Platypus.
No,
actually,
it is.
kind of.
Yeah,
You're right.
it is.
There is a whole
addressed.
episode. You're right. You're right.
The second episode. He's
Actually,
like,
there's
I can't-
multiple episodes.
I can't be. I know. Well, it's specifically in the second episode.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't be a mad scientist without my nemesis.
Yeah. Totally forgot that was the second episode.
Yeah. We watched it.
I know. No, like in the moment when we were watching it,
Oh yeah.
I realized that was the second episode, and I was like, "Dang, this moved really fast."
They don't waste time. You only got a
You
summer to do
only
all
have
this.
104 days of summer vacation, and school comes around just to end it.
Except for they had 222 episodes.
Right?
So when that show was coming out, I loved that show, and I watched every single episode as it came out, even as I was in high school.
Do they ever like
You
address
grad-
it
okay,
the next year?
You've graduated college and you're still watching that show. Why are you ashamed that you watched it in high school?
Anyway.
He's got a strong argument here.
Anyway, I totally thought that they were going to have exactly the number of episodes in the song.
Yeah, I assume so too.
Yeah, and when they passed it, I was like, I'm not going to complain.
Does the 105th episode address it at all?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure it does. I remember waiting for it. It might, though.
I do know that the show does then have a time skip way later at the end.
Yeah. That's
Well, in the
weird.
last episode,
Yeah.
don't they like?
Yeah.
I've only seen a clip of the last episode. I never actually gotten that far.
Well, you will one day.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Disney Plus.
200. Watch an episode a day.
But there's only 104 days of summer vacation.
When will I have the time?
So we'll just touch in with you every week. Phineas and Ferb watch. How the last 7 episodes go?
Well, beat by beat. This is how it went.
No.
Oh, actually, okay. So
Should have a Phineas and Ferb podcast now.
yeah. something
I'd be so down for that.
No.
something I do want to address though
Uh-oh.
was one of our listeners asked me or let me know some feedback
Mm-hmm.
because they were listening to our Endgame episode.
Oh no.
That is a blow by blow of that movie,
Uh huh.
and he said he loved it,
Oh,
and he wants
no.
more of that. And I was
Oh,
like,
no.
what?
Like flows of movies?
Yeah, you were like,
Oh,
because he
shit.
likes to relive it through Kyle's banter.
Oh, no.
Because Kyle's memory is fucking superb.
That would freaking suck to edit.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it was really long.
Yeah, that's why it sucked to edit.
We've really only done 2 of those blow by blows, and it was for Captain Marvel and Endgame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
For a reason.
I mean, we kind of did it with Spider-Man Far
Yeah.
From Home, but I
Not-
purposefully didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's only for like bigger movies that, like
Yeah.
blockbuster films that.
No,
everyone
I got
sees.
okay. I'm
Well,
gonna give a blow.
Star Wars.
All right,
True.
guys, gonna give a
Yeah.
blow by blow for the Lighthouse.
Oh,
I have
don't.
no fucking
Okay.
idea, and I watched the entire film.
Robert Pattinson was in that, right?
With Willem Dafoe.
With Willem Dafoe.
Okay,
And they
yeah.
were both fantastic, and I have no
Okay.
idea what the fuck I watched.
Got it.
Yes, I have Cedric Diggory in my book.
Yep. So again, I'm just gonna address this. I watched The Lighthouse a few weeks ago. I forgot to bring it up.
I thought you brought it up.
Did I?
We talked about it. I don't know if you did on the podcast.
What a fucking movie. If I hadn't brought this up yet, you know, whoa. And if I have, sorry for repeating myself. I literally watched a whole movie, and I could not tell you what in that movie was real and what was not, at all. That movie haunts me. It was definitely a good movie.
What's with Willem Dafoe and madness?
I mean, have you seen his face?
He just has the.
He's
face.
not called Willem Defriend, man.
He's Willem Dafoe.
Dafoe.
Yeah, in Motherless Brooklyn, he's a loon, bit of a loon.
I
I mean, he's sane, but doesn't seem that
have
way.
you seen Spider-Man? Have you seen Boondock Saints?
No.
He's moderately sane in that, but his cross-dressing scene is top notch.
Ooh.
Willem Dafoe has just a whole trajectory as an actor
Yep.
where he's just like, I'm just gonna do shit, man. It's gonna be movies.
And I applaud that.
I have never seen a person with a trajectory like his. It's one of the most iconic death scenes of all time in Platoon.
He's acting out the death of Willem Dafoe in Platoon.
Have you never seen?
No.
No.
Have you ever seen Tropic Thunder?
Yes.
You know the scene where like Ben
Yeah.
Stiller's getting shot a million times.
Yeah.
He's like, ah! That's mocking that death scene, his death scene in Platoon.
Interesting.
That death scene in Platoon is, oh man, it's a moment.
All right then.
Yep. Willem Dafoe, everyone's favorite Willem Dafoe.
Willem Defriend.
Willem Dafoe,
Everyone's
everyone's
fav-
second favorite Willem.
Who's the first?
Will Smith.
Willem Smith?
It's Willard. I'm just fucking around.
Wait, Will? No, stop fucking around with me.
His name is really Willard, though.
No.
Will Smith?
No.
I'm almost positive.
To the Googs. Willard Smith. Oh, fuck.
Nailed it.
Willard Carroll Smith Jr.
Nailed it.
He's a junior.
He is a junior. That's why he doesn't play himself
Willard
in
and
The
Willow.
Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Oh, well, air.
Because his character in that is William Smith. This is true.
Oh my god. You're right.
I know.
My mind is blown.
Oh my
The
god.
random shit I know.
Yeah, why do you know
I think I
that?
say Willem Dafoe, everyone's favorite Joe Buscemi.
What? Steve Buscemi?
I was mixing Joe Pesci and Steve Buscemi. Steve.
Willem Dafoe, everyone's favorite love child of Joe Pesci and Steve Buscemi. Joe Buscemi and Steve Pesci.
Steve Pesci. No, I meant Joe. Wait.
I hate us.
Wait, what? I'm confused now.
I hate us so much.
Steve Buscemi. I'm confused.
I think this is a good place to end it.
Chase hurt himself in his confusion.
Oh, hey, Pokemon came out.
Oh yeah, Sword and Shield.
Yeah, it's supposed to be incredible.
Okay.
I hate him.
Cool.
I will probably not buy it, though.
Nope, neither do I.
We all suck. Okay. Thanks so much for listening, everybody. This was an episode full of madness.
It was episode 32.
Full of madness and me pooping.
I don't know if it was okay.
Well, people who skipped that section will.
It
be
was
very
about
confused.
poop. It was about poop.
I'm guessing, unless you listen to, or look at the show notes on any platform other than YouTube,
You probably heard it whether you wanted to or not.
yeah, probably won't know where that time skip is.
Poop.
All right, thanks everybody, and you'll hear from us next week.
Yes. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.